In this video, I'm going to be going over how the interest rates dropped, but then the mortgage rates went up. Also, home prices are dropping, and I'm going to explain why that's happening. And then in this quick video, I'm going to try to keep it to 5 minutes. I'll explain what it means for you if you're thinking of buying or selling a home in the Nashville area. First thing I want to go over is the mortgage rates. I'm going to pull this up on my phone. Mortgage rates right now are sitting about 6.64%. Now, the Feds just cut the rates 0.5%, and then the rates went up. So if we look at this in the past 1 month, this really shows what happened. So the mortgage rates just spiked, right? But if we look at that in the past 3 months, rates look pretty low, and then overall time, rates look pretty low. I want to show a visual real quick. It's going to pop up right here if my editing skills are good enough. This shows how interest rates affect mortgage rates and how interest rates rhyme with mortgage rates, but they're not the same. Next thing, I'm going to screen share and I'm going to go over the numbers of the housing market right now. We're going to talk about how we are still in a seller's market, but if you saw last time, it was more on the seller's market side. We are shifting more into a balanced market, but we are still in the seller's market. Now, this doesn't mean all of Nashville, right? If you were to look just in the Gulch, I was just on an appointment in the Gulch. They're in a pretty heavy buyer's market right now. But in Nashville in total, we're still in a seller's market. So if you are a seller, obviously you're going to have an advantage here. It is still a seller's market, but things are a bit more complicated than that. So first of all, usually when it's a seller's market, it means that prices are going up, right? Because inventory is low. And inventory is low, but as you can see, prices are down from last month, but honestly, if you look at it in the past year, they're pretty stagnant. So the next thing I really want to talk about is days on market. So this is this number right now, pretty high. And it's weird to see it when there's this low inventory. But again, we're in a weird time. Interest rates are higher than they have been. I mean, they're not high in relative to how they've always been, but they are high compared to people who got crazy 2.75 interest rates that shouldn't have even happened, right? So 59 days on market, and then prices over last month have dropped 5%, but over time, we're still appreciating. We went from 470 to 500. So prices are still rising, and that's absolutely crazy to see in this kind of market with the interest rates and the election and all that kind of stuff. So we can see right here, 12-month change, 1.7%. So of course, we're still appreciating, right? All right. Next thing I wanted to go over is the inventory. So inventory, when it's a balanced market, is around 6 months. Right now, we're at 4 months. So we're getting closer to that 6 months, but it's still pretty low. I mean, if you look at 3 years ago, inventory was low. So now, in the past year, we're getting better, right? We are having a bit of a drop though right now, though. In the past 2 months, it's dropped quite a bit. I mean, not even the past 2 months, the past month, it's dropped quite a bit. But if you look at it over time, we're still growing, right? Hopefully this, is just one of those little peaks down, right? But we'll see. Last part of this video, I'm going to be going over what this means for buyers and what it means for sellers. For buyers, it looks like you're having a 5-month window to get in a home before the home prices increase. Ideally, you would want to buy a home now or within the next 5 months and then refinance a year or two down the line. Now, the reason to do that is because over time, and especially in Nashville, once the rates drop and once the election happens, people are going to start flooding into the market, and that's going to make the prices go up. So you want to get in before that, when the rates are higher, and then just tough it out for a year or two and then refinance back to the lower rate. Because if you were to just wait, then you're going to be buying a $20,000 more expensive house, and it's not going to be worth it. All right, I'm going to transfer to full screen here. So what this means for sellers is that you should probably be waiting 5-6 months to sell your home. But then again, that's what the numbers are saying. Of course, it's always riskier to wait than to buy now or sell now, because it just depends on your situation, and you never know what the economy is going to do in 3 months, a year. I just met with a guy in downtown Nashville, and he lives in the house maybe one day a month, barely even stays there, making mortgage payments on it. Totally, totally not worth having that property, right? Because you're just letting it sit there, right? So obviously, it just depends on your situation. But if you'd like to talk about this further, I am a real estate agent here in the Nashville area. So if you are considering buying or selling in the Nashville area, my number's in the description. Just shoot me a text, and I'll see you guys later.